starting from DWP corruption and following on from the subject of the Consolidation Fund, what we've been talking about. Just to reiterate, and let's just cover over the last few minutes, we've talked about the national debt being paid off by one-parent dads who are being screwed by the Child Support Agency, and we've spoke about council tax that goes into this fund, amongst other funds, you know, parking fines, etc, 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 that, believe me, really do screw the public in an immense way. I come from the Dudley area in the West Midlands, and there's one particular road that runs through Dudley whereby on average the council are making around about £15,000 a week, just by people that can't get parking facilities on a local hospital, and they have to park on double yellow lines across the road, thinking that they'll get away with it because it's too much trouble for the police to stop, I guess. But 15 grand a week, that's a phenomenal amount of money that councils are getting. That's off one road. So just imagine the implications of that, and let's wonder why our council taxes are so high. Let's take it back to the Consolidation Fund and the corruption, and let's start to look at how this thing's panning out. With in my opinion, this could all lead to money laundering, and could certainly lead to the government being far more corrupt than what the people of the UK really do understand. You talk about Russia and Poland, but I'll tell you what, there's nothing like the good old UK. Sorry, Paul, what was you going to say?
No, basically on that, what you're saying again with common purpose, and just to sort of explain that a bit more now, it's basically set up through the government that's infiltrating every area of our life, and you say
that's correct,
into the councils. Now, I want to sort of touch later on with the Frankfurt techniques and the situations that they cause. Now, you're saying £15,000 on one road. Now, guys, what you need to look at is this on a wider scale. This isn't just happening in Dudley, this is happening right throughout the country.
That's correct.
Now, with everything. Now, this is where your council tax is so high, as Martin was saying. This is where all this money's going to. Now, every time you say to yourself, for me, I mean, you correct me here now, this doesn't seem right. Why has that happened there? Why is that roadworks gone up here? Or why are they putting a camera up there? Or
that's
whatever.
Right.
That is another technique, basically, to screw money out of the people.
Well, you have to look at it for what it is, and I think people are waking up now to the fact that where the government's concerned, it's a private corrupt agency. It's a body that has got private agencies. The council is a private agency, it's a private company. The hospital is a private company. The DWP, Job Centre Plus, with its MPs and its MEPs, are a private company. So the benefit system is a private company. And, you know, you can Google this and you can find this information. You used to be able to go online to Dun & Bradstreet and it would actually give you this information. But the fact of the matter is, these private companies are out there with MEPs as managers of these companies and put their names to it. So what you have to look at is where the corruption's concerned, these MEPs and the MPs that are part of the system, the benefit system, how on earth can you expect the public to get a fair hearing when these people are part of the government? Obviously, surely I would have thought that you would have had to lay people off the street to make decisions and to look at people's employment situations and people who are on the real ground. These people have got their heads in the clouds, and the managers certainly. So, you know, where that's concerned, what you've just said, where common purpose is concerned, these people in government, including the MPs and the MEPs, are keeping that finger on the pulse, mate. They're not going to allow too much information to get out. They're not going to allow the people of the country to know what their rights are, and they're certainly going to be held with shackles. And as the New World Order's formed, these people of the UK public are going to start to suffer at the hands of these people. You know, as long as you're in debt and as long as you've got problems with debt management companies like Baines and Ernst and other people that are looking after your debts, you're in some serious trouble. And we at DWP Corruption, alongside some of the people that we work closely to, are there to help you and get you out of that mess, because you're not in the financial instability mess that you think you're in. It's just a matter of you being subliminally told by debt management companies and people out there that aren't keyed up to the situation, are there to put a point of view over and frighten you to death. So I hope at least I'll give some relief to people out there, and I wouldn't say that if I didn't think I could help you, or I certainly wouldn't say that it wasn't a fact or a truth, you know, so there's something to look at.
I mean, this is where other sort of organisations to me are falling down. I mean, as you're talking here and you're giving this information out, you're also offering help to people
Certainly.
who are, like you say, looking at these management plans and financial solutions that don't actually do anything for people. And there's other organisations out there putting this information out to you, but not actually backing it up with any help.
That's right.
So people are getting themselves off to court, standing up for the rights, but there's no help there because they don't know the full facts. But what you're saying here is, which is great, through the DWP, that corruption that you're and the work that you're doing is you want to give help, and there's plenty of that out there.
All we look for is that anybody that wants to help, the first thing that I'm going to say is that I'm no walkover. And what you need to do is, if you're prepared to help yourself, we at DWP Corruption are prepared to help you. I can't be no fairer than that. If you put 50% of the effort in, I'll put 100% in, and double what you've put in and help you, give the right advice and the right guidance. It's important, I think, that we do this from the point of view that we need to start to make people aware. People have sat back too long and just watched it happen. That's why the country's in the mess that it's in. Had people been vigilant and understood where this government was taking us over the last 5 or 10 years, we would have been a far more keyed up and ginned up and aware of the situation of what was going on. So, where the debts are concerned, and council tax issues, the freedom, you know, all these topics that we're talking about are there for you people to get your head round and start to understand what's happening with the country. And like we've just discussed, any help that we can give at DWP Corruption, we're more than happy to. If you've got any questions on the consolidation fund, as I've said, I'd like you to go home, Google consolidation fund, and you know, get ginned up on these facts yourself, and all being well, in perhaps another 6 weeks' time, Paul might just invite us back for another coffee, and we'll see where we've gone from here. But as far as I'm concerned, what we need to do is start forming small splinter groups across the UK of understanding what this government corruption's about. And if you understand it, you can talk about it. That's the important thing. And once you've done that, you can then start duplicating and giving a response to the government. The more of us that speak out, the better. And that's why I've gone out my way today on this beautiful Saturday morning with the sun shining to come to Paul's to show you the road. It's not as black as what you think. On that, I've got to close because we're coming up to that timer again. Back in a few minutes with a brand new subject. Going to blow your minds.
Okay, so with that then, guys, as I said, we're going to carry on with these topics now. Touching on that there is help out there. The level of awareness that is spreading with people such as Martin, and it's out there. I mean, forget the internet; it's everywhere. So you're not on your own. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Is there is help, there is awareness, and the days where people just come out with this statement, well, that's just the way it is. For me, that's gone now. We can do something about this. So what we'll do is we'll come back in a couple of minutes and we'll carry on from there.